Okay, perfect. Hi, my name is Yuan Garcia. This is Arihant, and we are here to present about the Snap Virtual Tutor. So, here's our first problem, is that Snap isn't as big as other languages and the community is smaller. And as such, there's very little online information to assist students in the usual places that students look. First example is if you type in Snap programming language, Stack Overflow, you get um, a few things about Snap, but very few answers. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of support. So there are a few helpful places, but you sort of need to know where to look. For instance, our two big places are the Snap forums and the reference manual. And so our solution is a virtual AI agent for Snap. So what you can do is you can call this number at any time in any part, any place in the world, and ask about Snap, and it'll tell you about Snap. And we'll have some time at the end to do this. So the way that it works is we have our Snap documents. We pass that into the AI agent. It talks to our backend. That sends to the phone number, and then that gets sent straight to the user. So let's dive a little deeper in here. Um, so here's how did we do this? So we use something called a RAG, or a retrieval augmented generation. So what we did first is we took Snap documents and we put them into a database. Then we vectorized that database, which means that you're able to check how similar certain portions are to the query. So let's say they want to know more about list iteration in or list comprehension in Snap. So we take the words list comprehension that's probably weighted very high in the vectors, and we check through everything in our database saying, hey, does what in here has list comprehension? Oh, probably the portion of the Snap manual that talks about list comprehension. So let's then give those chunks of text to the large language model, which will then respond. So I'll hand it off to Arhan to tell you about why we did it.
Yep. We did this to tackle three problems. Let's. The first thing is reducing hallucinations. For a small community like Snap, there's low training data, and these popular LLMs that we use, they're not usually accurate without the RAG. Number two, accuracy without cost. Building an entire Snap LLM can be unnecessary, and the RAG solves this problem. I think it's super easy to take an LLM, add the RAG, and get accuracy without having to pay that extra cost. Third thing is live updating. LLMs have cutoff dates, and we can bypass that by constantly updating these things, these LLMs, with the latest Snap manuals and data. Now, let's look beyond. We don't only want to make this a Snap like manual checker, but we want to make this AI agent into a teaching assistant. There's a shift in how students search for answers. They go into LLMs now. So we really think that if this, next slide, please, this instance in the SnapPal could empower very powerful conversational natural Q&A, just like asking a teacher with clear, friendly explanations. And that was our main motivation to do this, and that's what we want to do next. Now let's go back to this. What's missing here is the Snap forum information, and that's what we're going to do as next steps in this project. We're going to go scrape the forums and continuously update this AI agent with the latest forum information. And yeah, if we want, we can dive into a demo. If anyone in this audience or everyone wants to call this number, you can call this number and ask any question you want about Snap. And to our best knowledge, it should be able to answer it accurately.
Great. We'll leave you some time to do that.
Most people are in Europe. Do you want to try to call it yourself, Yuan, and see and show a demo?
Sure. Let me try that right now. So 706 991 8582. Hello. Can you tell me um, how to write a loop in Snap?
In Snap, you can create loops using the repeat block found in the control category. To write a loop, you can follow these steps. 1. Drag the repeat block into your script area. 2. Specify the number of times you want to repeat the code inside the block. 3. Place the blocks you want to repeat inside the repeat block. If you're looking for a specific type of loop or have a particular use case in mind, please share more details. This information can be found in the Snap, Blocks, and Scripts section of the manual.
Sure.
Okay, do you have any more information about loops?
Yes. In Snap, there are several types of loops you can use. 1. Repeat block. This block allows you to repeat a set of instructions a specific number of times. You can find it in the control category. 2. Forever block. This block runs the enclosed instructions indefinitely until the program is stopped. It's also located in the control category. 3. Repeat until block. This block repeats the enclosed instructions until a specified condition is true. You can use this to create loops that depend on certain criteria. 4. For each block. This block lets you iterate over items in a list, executing the enclosed instructions for each item. If you have a specific scenario in mind or need help with a particular type of loop, feel free to share.
So that was a short demo about how this is. And the great thing is that when you ask just normal large language models, because Snap is such a niche community, it will guess that you're talking about other things that are tangentially related to the word Snap. For instance, Snapchat is often abbreviated to Snap and has a slightly larger user base. And so in the past, when I've queried it, it's given me answers related to that. But with this, it's based off of the consensus of the community once we integrate the forums and the current consensus of the Snap manual.
I'd have a question for SnapPal. Specifically, why did you choose a hotline? It does strike me as a little bit odd. Why a hotline and not like a hosted chatbot or something? Wouldn't it be more familiar?
Yeah. So I'll give a little bit and then Arihant can tell you more about that. I think that one of the main reasons was that we wanted this to sort of feel like a conversation with the tutor. And when you are using a chatbot, there's a sort of a connotation with like Googling and sort of getting the answer. But we have especially in our prompt and things, if they ask for certain things that we don't fully give them the answer, we can sort of prompt them towards it. And so I would say it's more of a pedagogical choice, really. I'll let Arihant tell you more about that.
Yeah, I think Yuan got most of it. I think I think the conversational tool is very accessible, and just making it a phone number makes it easier than opening up a laptop or just using like a chat interface. We could do both. So if you have feedback, yeah, we could support both a chat and a phone number. Do you have more questions?
Thank you. I personally, I think probably like a chatbot with the option of text-to-speech just would kind of seem less odd to me, but I do understand the choice you made with the hotline now. Thank you.